Hello there, and welcome back to the Laugh Pig Kitchen, where we've been doing a lot of quarantine cuisine, making stuff with what we have and what's available at the grocery store in these uncertain times. We're having a little bit of a departure from that this morning because I'm doing a little bit of, shall we say, advanced homesteading. As a card-carrying science nerd and chemistry geek and home alchemist, I really like to play and experiment and see what I can make, what I can do, particularly with stuff that we normally buy at the store. You know, how many of my home cleaning products can I make? How many of my own personal care items can I make? And, you know, years ago as I was learning to do all this, the thought was in my head, well, you know, if the worst should ever happen and things become scarce, I've learned to make a lot of our things that we use around the house here by hand from some fairly basic ingredients. And, you know, never expected it to come down to, hey, we're in the middle of a pandemic. How are we going to make some face cream and body cream? And wow, I know how. Cool. So I never thought it would come to that, but here's kind of how we are. And not that I expect anybody to follow me today in making this. I just wanted to show you guys what is possible with stuff that you have at home. Now, granted, a lot of this stuff not everybody has at home, but it is easily available in quantities that you can keep in your cabinet. And, you know, let's say for face cream and body cream, which is what I'm making today, the quality of ingredients I'm using in comparison to what you would pay for those kind of quality ingredients in a pre-made product at a department store or Walmart or wherever, is mine probably comes in at about an eighth or a tenth of the cost. And so that's usually what drives me, is how inexpensively am I able to make a really high quality product. So that's what we're doing today, and I was just going to give you a quick example and show you how this happens. So we are making face and body cream today, and this is for mature skin, and I use it, my friend Celia uses it, my mother-in-law uses it, my mother uses it, and we all have, you know, really great luck with this and have really been enjoying it. So I was just going to share a little bit of it with you. This comes originally from Rosemary Gladstar's recipe for, I believe she calls hers perfect face cream, maybe something like that. But if you Google Rosemary Gladstar's face cream, the recipe will come up. And doesn't she have a cool name for an herbalist? Rosemary Gladstar. I think that's awesome. So this is for you, Rosemary. Her base recipe is a cup of oils or fats, that's what these are, and a cup of waters, which is what this is, plus any essential oils or other, you know, plant oils that you may want to add to your mix. Now what I've done here, what my mix is 1 ounce, which is about a quarter cup, of the little beeswax granules, the little tiny beeswax granules. This is what keeps it from kind of melting and separating too badly. And I used probably about 3/4 of a cup of solid coconut oil. I used a splash of apricot oil, a little tiny bit of lanolin, and a couple of little chunks of cocoa butter. All of these things that are really, really good for our skin. I melted all of that together and then let it cool. So see, this is very solid right now. These have come back to being solid. They're, you know, I can poke my finger in it. It's not that solid, but you can see that it comes back together and becomes a solid mass there. Now our waters today, I've used about 3/4 of a cup of aloe vera gel, the kind that you get at the store in the big tube. And I finished off my cup with some rose water. You can just use distilled water if you don't have rose water. And I happened to have made a wild violet hydrosol, which is like a rose water, except I used our wild violets that are growing like crazy in the backyard right now. And so that went in there. And I believe that was it. I think that's all I put into my waters this time. And the reason it's kind of cloudy is I whisked the waters and the aloe vera gel together really well, and so that's what made it kind of cloudy instead of clear. And what I have here are several of my essential oils. I go with whatever makes me happy that day. There's lemon and rosemary and lavender, I think geranium, a couple other oils in here that smell really nice and are good for your skin. And a generous helping of carrot seed oil and raspberry seed oil, which are really nice natural SPF agents. They have sun protection. So does the coconut oil that I put in here. So all told, my product will probably come up to about an SPF of 8 or 10, which isn't bad for just your normal moisturizer that you put on your face every day. Here's how I'm going to show you how we're going to do it. I need my handy dandy immersion blender again. Oh, it mashes right down into those semi-solid oils. So what I'm going to do, first I'm going to whip this up a little bit. It's going to get loud, so I'll apologize for the noise in advance. And then you'll see me add our waters to our oils. That's why we're using an immersion blender. Water and oil don't mix, do they? Unless you emulsify them, which means moving them really fast so they'll combine together and stay together. It's kind of like if anybody has ever made their own mayonnaise out of just eggs and oil and some salt and stuff, this comes together kind of the way mayonnaise comes together when you whip it up. So we're going to get going, and you're going to get to see the finished product, which I think may surprise a lot of people. Here we go. Isn't it fun to play mad scientist in the kitchen? I love it. Still going. And it's happening. It's happening. Everything's coming together. Oh, this is going to be awesome. All right, now when I just about have everything else combined, now we're going to add our essential oils for the smell and for our SPF protection. Here we go. This is going to make enough cream to last me for probably about 3 months, if not more. And then I've got enough to share with the other people in my life that are enjoying this cream too. All right, I'm not going to take that out of there yet because it's going to be messy, but I just wanted to show you what we've got going on. There it is. There's our product. It is just, it's already just an awesome texture, an awesome smell, and feels really, really good. This stuff is great for the body, great for the face. I just love it. It's got healing agents in it with the aloe vera. It's great for burns and scrapes and cuts and things. And the lavender that's in it is good for anti-itching stuff. So this cream ends up being good for a whole lot of things. You see my cool little jars that I've got to put it in and store it in. And there you go. There's your kitchen alchemy for the day. We just made what would be some really high dollar face and body cream if you bought it at a department store. So have a great day today. Peace out from the Laugh Pig Kitchen, where we're doing a little advanced homesteading alchemy today. Hope everybody's well. You guys hang in there. Have a great day. Bye-bye.